Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've already tried to start recording this video once. That's why we have some cards pulled out already. And we just kept having some interruptions. The music stopped playing. I was trying to pull a couple of archetypes for you guys while reading your angel numbers, and all of these cards just like fell out of my hands and flew everywhere, and I had to like collect them all again. So I'm kind of getting that this energy that some of you are in right now is kind of messy. Like there's a lot going on. There's a lot of things happening at once. Some things are spilling all over the place. They're not kind of filing nicely into place like they're supposed to. In my last message, Spirit was giving me very heavily that a lot of people in the collective are going through a timeline shift right now, or an energy shift right now. Some of you are becoming really emotionally and spiritually awoken right now, which can cause a lot of chaos and kind of a lot of confusion and things happening in your life. And there's going to be a lot of new beginnings. Like we have this 0909 card. You're going to have a lot of new opportunities, and it's going to take a lot of courage to kind of get through all this chaotic energy, to get those accomplishments and get those conclusions that you're looking for. With the 1111 card, this is a card of manifestation. So a gateway is going to be open to you. There's going to be a new, almost like portal, essentially, opening for you to pass through into this new part of your journey. It's going to require a lot of self-realization and taking action, which is kind of what I was saying in my other reading that I posted the other day. So I will have that linked down in the description box as well for the last video, because if you are resonating at all so far with this message, I would definitely I definitely think that you should probably watch that other video, because like I said, it's almost kind of like a continuation of the last message, or expounding on it even a little bit more. And actually, excuse me, just in the last video too, my throat chakra was starting to get kind of messed up, and it's kind of happening again. So I'm wondering if this is the same energy, or what's going on here. But so some of the archetypes for pulling for you guys are the Pilgrim with opportunities and growth. Yep. So like I said, that's, you're going to be coming across a lot of different situations and things that you don't normally come in contact with that are going to be catalysts for your growth. There's going to be a lot of opportunities that you thought you would never have, or opportunities that you never even thought of that might be coming towards you. And, you might be feeling a little bit nervous about even embarking on this new adventure, because, it's kind of scary when you really think about it, if it's something that you've never done before. With the King card here with control and reverse of fortune, some of you might be feeling that if your anxiety and your ego is telling you that you shouldn't make this decision, because there's a chance that, you could have a reversal of fortune, meaning like you think that you're scared that it's not going to be successful, or that you're not going to succeed. And the thought of failure and not having whatever minimal stability that you have now, you're afraid that you won't even have that in the future, because of the, societal programming that has been kind of put into your brain for so many years. But you're going to have to take control of your life. You're going to have to realize that, sometimes you're going to have to change, and you're going to have some people in your life who are going to try to deceive you, to try to make you not allow you to make this decision that you need to make. There's going to be a lot of people trying to put up fronts, to put up illusions, to try to trick you into staying where you're at, to not moving forward, to try to make you go down the wrong path. That's going to actually create this reversal of fortune, not the one that you're supposed to go on. So whatever you're thinking might happen, or that you're too anxious or too scared to go forward with right now because it's something new. It's like the fear of the unknown. There are people in your life who are trying to take advantage of that anxiety that you're feeling right now to try to trick you to not take your correct path, to not fulfill your soul's purpose, or to not do what you're supposed to really be doing in your life. And and one more, thank you, Spirit. And yeah, with the storyteller here, there are definitely some people who are going to try to control the narrative of your life right now. There's some people who really think that they have a say in what you do and say in your life, and what you accomplish, and what you should be allowed to do or say, because they've known you for a while, or maybe they're a family member or a friend or even a partner. There's some people who think that they have control over the things that you do and say just because of their connection to you. And to be honest, that's not the case. That's just not the case. You're going to have to take control of your own story, of your own narrative. And your viewpoints are going to start to change, and whatever belief system that you have, or whatever type of thoughts and opinions that you have, those, you need to stay true to those. These people are going to try to change them or make you not believe your own belief system, but you have to stand strong and stay vigilant and put up your boundaries and protect your energy and protect your heart and your aura, everything. You're going to have to stay firm-footed in your belief system. Do we have any other oracle cards to give me an idea of the full energy, Spirit, of my collective? Let's see, what do we have here? Oh my gosh. What is going on with this? Even I'm having like a difficulty shuffling these cards. Like, it's just, I just keep feeling like there's these people or this energy in your life that is like really trying to hold you back from doing what you're good at, what you have dreams about. Someone is trying to keep you stagnant, to not move forward. We have flying. I love that card. It's like a beautiful little horse, like rainbow horse with butterfly wings. I love that. Wow, that one flew out. Oh my god, that's crazy. Follow the leader. I love that. Look how pretty it is with all this, with it's like a fairy with like birds, all different types of birds. So a ton of different types of people, but they're all birds. They all have wings. Even this fairy has wings. So like, just like we're all people, we're all human, spiritual beings living a human experience. We're all different. We all have different color auras and different types of energy and gifts and talents, but you want to be able to bring people together. Let me see if we have one more of these Enchanted Map oracle cards before I read in the guidebook real fast to get some extra ideas about the meanings of these cards. Oh my gosh. Oh, and the elephant. Oh, elephants are my favorite. I love them. And then we have listening. So let me just grab the guidebook real fast so I can kind of give you guys some more information about these cards. So we have flying. Let's see. If you were a bird flying high in the air, what would you see? When you soar above life challenges and opportunities, a new perspective becomes available. Today, you will have invisible wings that allow you to swiftly bring your circumstances into alignment with your highest purpose. This is a sign that your waiting is over. All your hard work has paid off, and the things you hoped for are no longer beyond your scope. You have the ability to reach for the stars and find with one name on it. Oh my god, I cannot speak today. You have the ability to reach for the stars and find one with your name on it. Spread your wings and soar. The angels are waiting for you. Yeah, so I'm also just realizing that This is these are butterfly wings. There's butterflies here. All of these birds have wings. The fairy has wings. So this is really spirit giving you double confirmation that the sky is the limit. There is no limit. The limit does not exist. Callie said. Is that her name from Mean Girls? I can't remember what her name is, but Katie maybe? Yeah, Katie. Katie says the limit does not exist. So basically you are going to soar so high above all of these adversities and oppositions and people that keep coming at you sideways, and you're going to be able to see your whole world and your situation from a bird's view point of view, kind of like how I'm doing this reading today at a bird's view. It's kind of interesting. And you're going to be able to see everything from a different perspective. So like when you're in the middle and all the chaos is surrounding you, sometimes it's hard to see the full picture because you're so focused on getting through that chaos at that moment, getting through the maze, all this chaos. But when you're up high and you see everything in a bigger scope, you're able to actually see, oh, there's the exit. Oh, there's the next turn. That's not too far away. I can make that. It's a way to be able to see things clearly and more genuinely, rather than being so stuck in the place that you're at, feeling like you can't move forward. Because, when you're in this maze, it's dark. There's no lights. There's no signs that tell you where to go. You know what I mean? But if you're above everything and you rise above, you're able to see things in its full entirety and more clearly. And it's not so scary anymore. It's kind of like when you're in a plane and you look down and you think, a city is big, a town is big, a state is big. But when you're in that plane and you're looking down, it doesn't even look real. It looks fake. It almost looks like it's like a one-dimensional piece of paper from kindergarten. It doesn't even look like a real place. Sometimes it just looks like lines and squares and colors, and it doesn't look like anything. And it looks like, oh, well, that's nothing. It's the same kind of idea. When you're that far up and you've ascended so high and you're looking down at your situation, you're like, this situation's not even, this is nothing. I can get through this, no problem. Like, I can see exactly where I need to go. So with the follow the leader card, kind of like what I was saying, you're being called to lead others by example. Your wisdom has been earned as a result of your bravery in the adventure of life. The experiences of battles won and lost, places discovered, tears shed, and joy revealed have placed you in a unique position to be at service to others. Your suffering has been crystallized into a talisman of wisdom. Now you must share it. By being fully authentic, you'll lead others into the light. You'll be required to divulge some things about your past so that you may help someone else. Lead with love. There is another message here as well. Look at those whose great character and accomplishments you admire. Emulate the leaders you respect. You will then in turn have more to offer. So, yeah, with this, I'm kind of seeing how, this big tree on this hill, also kind of high up looking down at this long path, with the clock on it, which signals time, obviously. So you have a lot of wisdom. Some of you have been going through these type of situations for many years or a long time, and you have all of these learned experiences from these lessons and these hardships, and you have a lot of life experience and wisdom. For some of you, you might not even be like what people might consider old. You know what I mean? A lot of people out there have had to grow up very fast, or have been through a lot of things and lived a lot of different type of lives, even in a short time that they've actually been on Earth. So you don't have to actually be old or an elder to have this type of wisdom. It can be honestly anybody who has gathered some type of wisdom from experiences and past hurt and lessons and things that they have learned. As I said before, all of these figures on this card all have wings, but they're at varying stages. Like, one is an adult bird, one is a chick, one is a baby duck. This is a fairy, but it seems like it's a full-grown fairy, like an adult fairy. So and they're all similar in the fact that they have wings. However, you know, the duck and the chick aren't flying yet. You know, they have wings, but they haven't learned to fly yet. So this stands for, I'm trying to see, how am I going to say this? Or how should I word it, Spirit? This card represents two things. The different stages of the birds and the fairy can symbolize you, the different stages that you've gone through and the many years you've gone through and how much you've grown into this fairy. Or it could also represent all the different types of people that you're going to connect with and that you're going to bring together to go on this path to also gain wisdom. You know, all different types of people, ages, races, gender, it doesn't matter, all different types. But the thing that's all the same, just how all these have wings, is that, like, again, like I said, we're spiritual beings learning and living a human experience. So that's what we have in common, is that we're all connected through source, through energy, through the universe. And you're going to tell people about the things that you've gone through. You're going to be honest and forthcoming with the lessons that you've had to learn in the past. And you're going to kind of be speaking your testimony, almost your story. And that's going to encourage more people. These people are going to be listening to you. You know, the listening card says, an open heart will hear the message. So when this card appears, you're being reminded that there is a time to speak and there's a time to listen. Now is an occasion for listening. Pay attention not only to what is being spoken, but also to what is not being said at the moment. For the deeper message that is not always obvious, listen with your heart, not just your ears, and you'll find clarity. Receiving the listening card is a fortunate sign and ensures a greater understanding of your circumstances. So what I'm getting with this listening card is, for those of you who are currently in a situation where you are learning a hard lesson, or you are still growing and you are still gaining experience, you're not quite this large tree yet, you're still on the journey yourself to that tree, that instead of just listening to what people are saying to you or saying about you or about other people or whatever is being spoken around you, instead of taking those words at face value, you need to follow your intuition. You need to follow what you know is intuitively true about the situation that you're in, and what you know to be intuitively true about the people around you. A lot of people like to do a lot of this with no action. And a lot of people like to run their mouths and say, you know, not nice things, not very encouraging things to people, expecting that those people are going to take those words and believe them. But you need to not listen to what they're saying to you, and listen to your intuition, and listen to source, spirit, God, whoever you believe in, that whatever those negative things they might be saying to you, don't believe them. They're not true. These people are being used as a vessel for negativity and for, you know, the oppositions that are trying to take you down. On the other side of the coin, you have to listen to your downloads from spirit. You have to be able to listen to the universe and pay attention to the synchronicities and coincidences that are happening in your life as well. So those things aren't always words. Listening to the universe is not always hearing clear words or hearing words in your mind or whatever. They are signs. They are, like I said, synchronicities. They are people that, out of the whole group of people who are being negative, there's one person who's being positive and gives you a message that, or a nugget of knowledge that you needed to hear right in that moment. There's no such thing as coincidences. So whenever you've experienced something like that, that is something that's coming from God. That is a message coming from the universe, from spirit, from source, that you are supposed to consume in that moment and to believe it. So I'm going to go ahead and, oh my God, what is going on here? There we go. I'm going to move these up and we're going to get some tarot for you guys. Trying to make sure that my cord isn't in the way again. My microphone cord, which seems to always be in the way. God, I hope that's not all in the video. Whatever. Okay, so what do we have? What do we have, Spirit, for my collective? What else can we add to the conversation about my spirit, not my spirit, my collective's situation? Thank you, Spirit. So we got Queen of Swords, Death, and the Hermit. Yeah, so right now, some of you are on the precipice of a death and rebirth of a cycle right now. You are being urged, if you're not already, some of you are already in hermit mode. You've already kind of went inside of yourself, into your shell, if you will, into your cave is what I like to say. And you are doing some self-reflection and finding the light within you. You are trying to work on your shadow, and you know, with the ending of this cycle that's coming or has happened or whatever, you are learning more about yourself. You are finding out that the things that these people have said to you that were negative are not true. And you're starting to work through any type of trauma bonds or wounding that you might have from when you were younger, or maybe these are more recent wounds from people that were in your life before. And trauma can present itself in all kinds of ways. It's not just like something super dramatic or something super serious like a very big, car accident or being attacked or something like that physically. It's, trauma comes in all different ways for people. It just depends on the person. So this could be a more recent trauma that you're trying to come over or to get over. With this butterfly on the death card though, death and rebirth, you're kind of like you're in your chrysalis right now. You're like in your little cocoon in your hermit mode, where you've kind of went into hibernation almost. You kind of went into isolation, and you are in your cocoon where you are streamlining your energy body. You are literally transforming into another creature, another version of yourself. You're shedding the old you. And when you emerge out of this chrysalis, you're going to be coming in with your Queen of Swords energy. And again, I know I have men and women who both watch me. So, energy has no gender. So even though this is the Queen of Swords, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a woman. It could be anybody if it resonates for you. But you are you are standing up for yourself. You are taking like no shit from anybody. You are no longer going to make yourself feel smaller or dim yourself to make it easier for people to be around you. You're not going to shrink yourself to make it easier for someone to swallow. You are going to be more concise and direct, and even in some cases a little cold with your verbiage, with how you talk to people, because you're putting up your boundaries right now. You're not going to allow people to talk down to you or to think that they can come at you sideways or come at you crazy like they did before. Like, you are not the same person you were when they last saw you. And for some of you, that could have only been a couple of days or a couple of weeks, a couple of months, and in some cases a couple of years. It just depends. Everyone's different. Everyone has a different story. And some of these people might be really shocked, especially for those where it's been a couple of days or a week or a couple weeks where you've made this change, this transformation. Some of them are going to be flabbergasted that you are so different, but you just knew. you knew one day, you had a moment and you did the introspection, you had a aha moment, an epiphany, and you were like, I'm not dealing with this shit anymore. And it can be that quick for some people, and sometimes it takes longer. It just depends. Everyone's different. Let's see what else. Okay, we have the High Priestess. Making sure that this is in frame for you guys. Ten of Pentacles. Ooh, King of Cups. Seven of Wands. Yeah, like I said, you're becoming, in some cases, some people might accuse you of being really defensive. Like, you're so defensive, like you always, you're so argumentative, you always do that, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, I'm putting up my boundaries, and you don't like, and you don't like that I'm protecting myself, that I'm not going to let you treat me this way. And that's definitely the feeling I'm getting, that these people, like I said before, some of these people think that they are, like, have control over what you do and say. Like, they feel like they're entitled to your freedom, which is like absolutely crazy to me. But with the High Priestess, like I said, some of you are being spiritually awoken right now. Your third eye is opening, and you are starting to see people for how they really truly are. You're starting to see your situation, just like we talked about this with this flying card. You're starting to see your situation in a bird's eye view, and you're seeing everything in its entirety. And you intuitively know that you've made the right decision, or that you're going to make the right decision by ending this cycle and reclaiming your power, reclaiming your strength, standing up for yourself, putting up your boundaries, and being the High Priestess and knowing exactly what people's true intentions and ulterior motives are for you. There's no wondering about if these things are going to happen to you by the way of these people, because you intuitively know that that's what's going to happen with for some of you. You intuitively know that these things that were happening to you that were not good were because of other people, whether it was because of their spirit of jealousy and envy, or if they were doing spell work. And I kind of want to just bring this up really quickly as a side note. When I say spell work, I don't mean like they're sitting in front of a cauldron like a witch in a hut, cackling, making potions and doing spell work. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know. Maybe somebody's doing that. But when I say spell work, that's not what I mean. Spelling, as in when you're spelling words, just spelling words and just saying words, your words hold power. That is spell work. When you have a spirit of jealousy or envy and you wish ill will on somebody, or you wish that you had something that they had, or you wish that they didn't have what they had because you want it instead, that is spell work. That in and of itself is negative manifestation towards somebody else. That is sending spell work to somebody. So you intuitively know that these people around you who were not it, that were not going to be in your life for very much longer, they were sending you spell work. And the only way that you're going to get your 10 of Pentacles, your 9 of Pentacles, your King of Cups is to cut these people out. Whether that is entirely deleting them from your subconscious and your conscious mind, meaning like they might still be there, i.e. they might be a coworker or somebody in your family or somebody who's a friend of a friend that is still around because of whatever the circumstance or the situation is, but you are no longer giving this person your energy, your attention. You almost, you navigate your life as almost like they're not even there. They're like completely invisible to you. You spare no energy for this person. And I kind of lost my train of thought, I'm sorry, but if it comes back to me, I'll mention it. But yeah, to get to the 10 of Cups, you have to go through the 9 of Cups. So the 9 of Pentacles, sorry. The 9 of Pentacles is, gaining the rewards, finally, of your hard work. And the 10 of Pentacles is living that life, that abundant, wealthy, fruitful life, because of all the work you did all the way up to the 9 of Pentacles. So maybe this person that you are maybe if you're meeting somebody new, or whoever you're going to be spending, whoever your gator lover is here, whoever you might be meeting might be King of Cups energy. Or this could be you. Maybe after getting out of it, well, not getting out of it, how am I going to say this? So right now you're in this Queen of Swords energy because you are in the middle of everything and you are trying to protect yourself right now. Eventually, once you start to gain all this abundance and these people are nowhere to be found around you anymore, you might start to morph into more of a King of Cups energy. So a little bit of a masculine energy in the sense where you are very, what is the word I'm looking for? You're very, Spirit, what is the word I'm looking for? Like with the cups, you'll still be in tune with your emotions, but it's almost like you are going to be more considerate of the people's emotions around you as well as your own. You're going to have this sovereignty of being able to still have healthy boundaries for yourself, but still be able to be a little bit less cold. You know what I mean? You're going to be able to offer, you're going to want to offer things to people without having this feeling of these people are only trying to take from me, because you no longer are around those people who were actually taking from you. Interesting. What else, Spirit? What else, Spirit? Okay. Oh, okay. Do we have anything else while we're here, Spirit? Okay, thank you. Is that it? No? Okay, okay. What else? Is that it? Okay. That's funny. Yeah, so we had... I can't remember what exactly came out first, but we have... Oh, the lion did. That's right. So we have the King of Wands. Yeah, so the King of Wands... the Lovers. So this could be the person that you're meeting. If you're meeting, for some of you, you're meeting somebody new, eventually. Or, let me see, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, that's counterpart energy. We have the Lovers, Two of Cups. So, some of you, yeah, okay. So some of you are going to be meeting your counterpart with the King and Queen of Pentacles. So after all these work with the Pentacles that we have here, you could very well start a family with this person, or have a child with this person, or they could have a child, or you could already have a child. But it's going to be very, very abundant. Like this person, you and this person could even start a business together with all these pentacles I'm seeing. Or it, you know, you could be just very wealthy. Like maybe you guys are both doing really well for yourself financially even before you guys meet each other, and then when you come together you're doing even better. But we have a whole pentacle family here with this King of Wands, the Lovers, and Two of Cups. This could be, I guess this is another person. This could be somebody else that some of you are meeting. This King of Wands, it could be a Leo or a fire sign in general. But this is a, someone who wants to take action, who's very upfront about what they want. They're very confident. With this yellow color that's on the lion's suit, I'm getting solar plexus chakra. So that all has to do with like drive, ambition, self-motivation, confidence. So this person is very, very, it's a go-getter, whoever this is. They're very, very focused, and they're like, you know, they take a lot of action. So with in couple in couple in tandem with the Lovers and the Two of Cups, whoever this is, they're going to be the kind of person that tells you like straight up how they feel about you. And they might not even care what your answer is right away, but they want you to know. They want you to know how they feel about you. And like with this Two of Cups here, even though that it shows two dolphins, it has the lion, the two wings, the two wings. So this is definitely going to be like a very intense, very like fiery relationship for some of you. For sure. I did see the Ten of Swords pop out here too. So this obviously, I'm reading this as your past, whatever you were going through before all of this is coming in. The Ten of Swords is usually pictured with somebody laying on their back or their stomach with 10 swords stuck in their back, being completely taken down, feeling like they are trapped. They are completely, they've been completely overpowered is what it usually signifies. And because I'm seeing this energy, this Ten of Swords energy as your past energy, your current energy, I'm seeing it as actually in the reverse. The Ten of Swords in reverse, where you're going to be free. You're not going to have these swords stuck in your wings. Oh my God, I just realized wings. Wings, wings, wings. Those birds and the fairy and the flying card. Yeah. I love that so much, Spirit. Thank you. So yeah, this is definitely confirmation for you that you are going to transform. You're going to grow your wings and fly and be free. Like whatever that looks like to you, whatever that situation is going to be for you, whatever your dream is, whatever you're manifesting for your future, you're definitely going to feel free. And like you can just, at a moment's notice, just spread your wings and go to the next place. Honestly, you're not going to be held down by anybody or anything anymore. What else? Ooh. Okay. What else do we have, Spirit? Do we have any more tarot for my collective? Can we have a couple cards explaining, giving some advice or some messages for my collective that's currently going through this shift right now? Do we have any advice or messages for my collective currently going through this shift right now, Spirit? My God, I'm still having trouble shuffling these cards, man. I'm telling you, somebody really, really, really is trying to keep you from going to where you're supposed to go. They are trying to like really disable your action, your moving forwardness right now. Like, wow, I've never had so many issues with cards in a reading before, ever. So these were for your advice cards but this one came out before I asked the question. Strength. Yeah, so I'm going to take it as an advice card though too, because, you know, you're going to have strength to get through whatever you're going through right now, okay? So traditionally, the strength card on the Rider-Waite cards, they, show a woman who is, grabbing like a lion by like the mouth, essentially, like taming the beast, essentially. And that's the energy I'm feeling. Obviously, I mean, excuse me, it's still the strength card. It's just a different picture, but that's the feeling I'm getting, that you're going to have to wrangle these beasts, these demons, essentially, in your life or whatever your situation is. You're going to have to grab it by the mouth, grab it by the face, literally, and put it down by its neck and show it that you are in charge. You are the one who is making the decisions. You are the tamer. No one is going to overpower you anymore. We also got the Sun, ultimate happiness, and the Hierophant is God, source, the universe, so you have to trust in your strength, your God-given strength and your God-given gifts and talents, and also trust Spirit and God and the universe that your ultimate happiness with the Sun is coming. all of this stuff that's happening to you right now is happening to you for a reason. It is a catalyst for immense growth and productivity and moving forward in your next part of your journey. Some of you are kind of resistant to this change right now. Some of you, like I said in the very, very beginning, might be feeling a little bit nervous, anxious, or scared to make a change or to change things in your life. And some of these things are going to be forcibly taken from you by God, by the universe. Some of these things that you've been holding on to because of whatever situation you're in or whatever feeling that you're in, whether it's, stress, anxiety, whatever, some of these things are going to be taken from you because, the only way that you're going to listen, because you're a little bit stubborn, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit stubborn too. I have a little funny side story that I'll tell you, kind of exactly about what I'm talking about right now too. That you're going to have it taken away from you because you're stubborn, and the only way that you're going to move forward for the betterment of yourself is if these things are taken away from you out of your life, because that's the only way you're going to learn your lesson. And like I said, I'm not perfect either. So up until like earlier this week, I was working 2 day jobs alongside doing this for YouTube as well. And well, one was a day job and one was mainly night shifts. But anyway, I worked on, I don't know, a Monday or something. I worked until midnight. My shift was until midnight. I worked all night, and then I went to my other day job normally, so a day passed, and then I went to go to work at my night job again, and I had kind of already been planning to put in my 2 weeks notice at that night job because a lot of kind of shady, sketchy things were happening at work. The management at that location, unfortunately, is not great. And the person who's in charge at that location is not very nice. They're always trying to twist up the situation, twist the truths of things, accuse people of things that they haven't done, and try to make it seem like that place would not run without them kind of situation. They kind of display a lot of narcissistic personality traits, honestly. And it was getting to the point where this person was purposefully always attacking me over everything, over the smallest things. And I even started to get a little bit sick. I was getting migraines again, which I haven't had for a while. I've had maybe 1 or 2 in the last year. And that's really good for me, actually. I used to get migraines all the time from previous jobs that I was working at also. And I was just starting to feel not great about myself and physically, which is very out of character for me. I'm actually very in tune with my body. So I was like, something's not right, blah, blah, blah. And then I started to realize the things that this person was doing, and that my intuition was right. Like she was doing it on purpose. They were doing it on purpose to me. So I was like, you know what? After the last thing that they did, I think I'm going to put my notice in, whatever. So I go to put my notice in, or I'm telling myself I'm going to put my notice in at the right time, is what I'm saying. I'm going to find the right time to put my notice in. And then, it never happened. And then, like I said, this week I go back to work, and the manager there accused me of something that I didn't even do and fired me before I could even go into work. I was still in my car. I didn't even get out of my car to clock in, and they fired me. So, and I know for a fact that I did nothing wrong, but there was no other legal way for this person to fire me, because you can't just fire somebody because you don't like them, because that's illegal in America. So they made up some story and manipulated video footage to accuse me of something I didn't do so that they could fire me. And that's kind of what I'm saying, is that even though that sounds crazy and that sounds like something that you would like want to get really angry about and retaliate and be like, how dare you, you blah, blah, whatever, and cursing and stuff like that, for me, being stubborn and being a workaholic, it would have taken me forever to officially leave that place because of just the way that I am. But God was like, no, literally the only way that you're going to not go to this place and work in this place you're not supposed to work at is if we take it away from you, if I take it away from you. And unfortunately, it sucked being accused of something I didn't do, but it was a blessing in disguise. I'm now able to focus on my YouTube channel more. I'm going to actually have my designated days off from my day job so I can actually relax, recuperate, and work on YouTube like this for you guys. So, maybe some of you are going through something like that. Maybe you're having some hard times at work or in a personal situation where you feel like people are accusing you of things that you didn't do, or saying that you are one way but that you're not that way, like you're untruthful, or that you're mean, or that you lie or something like that, or they're trying to like paint you in a bad picture to other people, and you are just you just have to get rid of these people, to be honest. Like they're not meant to be in your lives. They're not going to do any good being there, anymore. So yeah, I think that's what I have for you. I mean, I don't know. Let me check one more time. Do we have any more tarot spirit for my collective while we're here? Let's see if there's any other tarot. Is there anything else, Spirit? No? Okay. Alrighty. So 5 of Cups, 3 of Wands. Yeah, so Spirit is so funny. So this 5 of Cups is like self-pity. I'm sad. Woe is me. But like, you wouldn't be in this position if you had just listened to me. Somebody just said that. I don't know who that is, but they are so sassy. Somebody was just like, you wouldn't be in this position if you had just listened to me. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to laugh, but I'm laughing because I know this feeling, this 5 of Cups feeling way too well. I've been through so many situations myself in the past where I myself have said that to myself in retrospect, and I've had people tell me that too, being like, well, if you had just listened to me, you wouldn't be in this situation. You made this decision, and now you got to deal with it. You made your bed, now you got to sleep in it. And it's like, it sucks feeling that way, but yeah, no, that's funny. Oh my God. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to laugh at you. Actually, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at myself. But with the 3 of Wands here, this is someone who is looking into the future to sunnier days, looking, manifesting their future. You know what I mean? They are turned their back to whatever adversities that are coming towards them, and they're looking towards the future. The 3 of Wands can also signify expansion, creative expansion, and also travel, or some type of movement, traveling, moving away. For some of you, that could be significant. We also have the Ace of Swords, the 4 of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, the 4 of Swords kind of is like taking a break and recuperating. So this kind of goes in hand with the Hermit card from the beginning, sort of, that you are getting to this point where you are at your limit with all of these things, negative things that are happening to you in whatever situation you're in. You're getting to the point where you kind of can't take it anymore. And you're going to have to retreat and go somewhere else, or leave that situation, or take some time away from that situation, and to take a break and to really think about if this is where you want to be. And with these Ace of Pentacles here, it's like an offer of some sort. So it could be a new offer for a new job. Maybe you've already started doing the job hunting and you're already putting in some applications. You might be getting a new job offer. In some cases, this could also be an offer of love, depending on what's going on. In this situation, we did say that we had like a pentacle family, with the King and Queen and Page of Pentacles and all these pentacles down here. So for some of you, you could be getting a proposal from your partner if you're not already married, or you guys could be renewing your vows after being married for however many years. In some cases, some of you could be getting pregnant, be with child, maybe even with like these flowers blooming, and the bird, the birds and the bees, or the whatever. There's no, I guess there's birds on that card from the beginning, from the birds and the bee. I don't know. Anyway, I'm getting that you could maybe, it could be a pregnancy too. With this Ace of Swords, this is like innovative thinking, getting through things in a way that you've never done it before. So brand new thinking outside of the box, accomplishing things in brand new ways than you have in the past. So that's pretty cool. With this expansion of creativity and this innovative thinking, that can be come really in handy for some of you, especially if you're, trying to gain all of this wealth and abundance and kind of grow, financially and spiritually and creatively, and just expansion, lots of expansion with you guys. And yeah, I don't know. I just, every time I think that I'm done, I feel like I need to pull more cards. Let me just make sure there's not anything else. And then we'll see here. Do we have anything else, Spirit? Or is that it? Four of Pentacles. With the Four of Pentacles, Spirit is reminding me, I don't know who needs to hear this, but it's telling me to remind some of you to save your money, to be a little bit more stingy, but not in a bad way. Like, don't excessively spend your money. Try to put some money away in savings, because Spirit is saying that you're going to need it. I don't know, like I said, I don't know who needs to hear that, but that was the very last message that just popped in, that some of you are going to need to hold your finances close to you. Your things that you care about and the things that you have in your life, you need to hold them close to you, because some of these people are trying to take it away from you. Some of you are going to have to fight for what you want. For some of you, you're going to have to completely rebuild your savings, because somebody maybe in the past has used you for your money, or maybe you made a bad decision, or maybe like you were in a connection with like a friend or a partner who would always just spend your money, or you would just spend money on this person because you were just like, you didn't care. Maybe you were in love, or maybe you just, you just really cared about that person, or they're your best friend or whoever, and you just spent money without much care. And now you're getting to this point where you're going to have to pinch every penny, literally. Like, you're going to have to be more smart with your money. This also kind of ties in with this Five of Cups energy of, you're in the situation now because of the decisions you've made in the past, and you don't want to remake those decisions again. So just be careful. Every situation's different, and that's not going to be for everybody. Like I said, it was the very last message that just kind of popped in at the last minute. But that is what I'm seeing for you guys. Honestly, this reading was so fun. I'm glad that I was kind of able to get the flow back, because I had of those interruptions in the beginning. I was like, oh God, here we go again. But I was able to refocus and get the message out to you. Although I did kind of still stumble on my words. See, kind of how I'm doing right now. So someone's definitely going to have to be more like concise. No, not concise. Well, yes, but that's not what I'm trying to say. Someone's going to have to speak up, stand up for themselves, speak their mind, whatever, even if it's hard, like with the stuttering and the stumbling over your words. Even if you think you can't do it or you're nervous, you're going to have to do it anyway. Somebody's going to have to do that and like stand up for themselves, even if it's scary. So that's one more last message. But anyway, that is it. That is what I see for you guys. Thank you so much for coming out and to hanging out with me. And I really, really hope that you guys have a great day. Before you go, if you could hit the like button on your way out, I would really appreciate that, as well as subscribe if haven't already. If you haven't already subscribed, please do that. Sorry. It helps me to connect with your energy a lot more easy in the future for these readings. And I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys. Bye.